Have you ever been on a first date and felt like you were, I don't know, putting on a performance? You're choosing every word so carefully, trying to be this perfect, polished version of yourself? Well, what if I told you that the actual science says the secret to finding a real connection is to do the complete opposite? Okay, let's get into this whole idea of truecasting.
Look, I think we've all been there, right? The pressure's on and it just feels safer to hide the quirky, maybe slightly nerdy, or even just the nervous parts of who we are. But this little habit of hiding, it's way more common than you'd think. And honestly, it's getting in the way of what we're all really looking for, a genuine connection.
And yeah, the numbers totally back this up. Over a third of people on dating apps admit they're not really being their full, authentic selves. So if you've ever felt that pressure to show up as a filtered version of yourself, you are definitely not alone. The real question, though, is why? Why do we do it?
Well, it pretty much all comes down to fear. We put on this first date mask because deep down we're scared of what might happen if we actually take it off. And this isn't just some vague feeling. There's a really specific, really powerful emotion that's driving this whole thing.
And there it is. For nearly a third of single people, the biggest emotional insecurity they have is the fear of rejection. We're just terrified that if someone sees the real us, the unpolished, unfiltered person, they'll just walk away. So we hide, thinking it's keeping us safe.
I love this metaphor. Think of your true self as this beautiful, really precious glass ornament. You're scared to show it to someone because what if they drop it, right? But by keeping it hidden away, you're also making sure that no one can ever see just how stunning it really is.
So, okay, let's totally flip the script here. What if being real isn't a risk, but it's actually a strategy? The science of relationships is telling us that authenticity isn't a weakness at all. In fact, it might just be your secret weapon out there.
And look, this isn't just some nice, fluffy idea. It is backed by serious research. The incredible researcher Dr. Brené Brown just puts it perfectly. She discovered that vulnerability, that willingness to let yourself be seen, it's not the thing blocking connection. It's the very place where connection begins. And the evidence just keeps piling up. We see it in research that shows authentic people build way better long-term relationships. We see it in the work of Dr. John Gottman, who found that couples who are emotionally transparent are just so much more satisfied. And brand new studies confirm it. Vulnerability isn't just nice, it's the actual mechanism that creates the deep emotional bond we're all looking for.
So, if hiding is the problem, and all the science says being real is the answer, what do we actually call the solution? Well, there's a great name for it: truecasting. It's a really simple concept, but man, it has a powerful impact.
So here's the official definition for you. Truecasting is just what it sounds like: the practice of broadcasting your true self, right from the very beginning. No masks, no games, no performance. It's just showing up as you are, honestly and openly.
So what does that actually look like in the real world? Well, it's talking about your real passion for comic books instead of pretending you love to hike. It's just admitting, hey, I'm a little nervous on this date. It's letting that weird, quirky sense of humor you have actually come out. It's just being a human.
Okay, so the idea sounds amazing, but how do you actually do it? Especially when it feels so incredibly scary. Well, this isn't about just flipping a switch overnight. It's a skill. It's something you can build. So let's walk through the playbook.
The key is to start small. Don't think, I have to share my deepest, darkest secrets. Think more like, I'm just going to admit I'm a little nervous tonight. It's also about being kind to yourself during this whole thing. And remember how Dr. Gottman said emotional transparency was key? That starts with active listening. You create a safe space for them to be real, which makes it feel safer for you too.
And the playbook continues with owning your feelings using I statements. That's a super powerful way to be transparent without placing blame. It also means you have to make a big mindset shift. You have to reframe rejection. It's not failure, it's just filtering. You're finding the right match. By being honest about what you want and sharing what you truly love, you're trusting the process. That being you will ultimately lead to that deeper connection science says we're all built for.
And now we get to the best part. Taking this risk, being vulnerable, and practicing truecasting, it isn't just some feel-good idea. It has real, tangible, science-backed benefits that lead to a way better dating experience and ultimately much better relationships.
I mean, the results here are just so clear. Study after study shows that people who are authentic when they date report way higher relationship satisfaction later on. You're not just finding a partner, you're actually building a happier, more fulfilling partnership.
So here's the real payoff. When you're authentic, you basically become a magnet for the right people. Trust gets built so much faster. The connections you make go deeper. Your own anxiety starts to fade because you're not performing anymore. And maybe best of all, you filter out the wrong matches right from the very start. It's just efficient.
I really want to leave you with this powerful idea. For so long, we've been taught to see vulnerability as a weakness, as something we should hide. But the science, the experts, they're all telling us the exact opposite. Being authentic, that takes courage. It's about having the strength to show up honestly as the person you already are.
So let's just end with this thought. Think about any happy, healthy couple you admire. At some point, both of those people had to take that scary step and be vulnerable with each other. Because the right person isn't looking for a perfect performance. They're looking for you. The only question left is, are you ready to let them find you?